anything that makes you uncomfortable, I think that there's like hidden benefits in it.
100%.
We should start this with what do we want to talk about? Because I know you wanted to talk about what we did up in Moncton a couple days ago, which was awesome. There's a whole bunch of things I want to talk about.
Wicked, dude. When we went to Moncton to meet our crew, there must have been, what'd you say, 20 people?
Man, dude,
we're growing. We're growing.
Evan, it's funny you say that. There was only, I think, 12 of us there. Now, here's the funny part, is that when you fill a room with 12 real estate agents, it feels like there's 24. It felt like there was 24 people, just man.
It could be, it's not, like, I've been in a room with 30 real estate agents, and it's felt like there's 5.
Oh, really?
It just depends.
That's actually a really good point. That's a really good point.
Right?
Yeah, it's the real estate. Yeah, man, we all got really big personalities. That's a really good point, actually. Right? I never thought of that. I just thought, because I know, well, most real estate agents are extroverts by nature. It is really good. Most real estate agents are extroverts by nature. So when you get us all in a room, like, it's not like 12 shy people. Now, like you said, though, some are shy, so then it doesn't actually feel like there's as many there. But I will say for this, it was such a amazing meeting that it felt to me like there's 24. Because when we went to do the booking,
there was 12. You say?
I was like, "How many people are here?" Or someone asked how many people. I was like, "There's got to be at least 20." And they're like, "There's 12." And I was like, "It feels like there's 24."
That was one. Yeah, it was so good, man. So we're growing.
Yep. Yeah.
I know 12's. And we got 4 more coming.
Well, this is just in the Wolfpack too, right? So this is a branch within EXP is the nice part. And the 4 more coming, exactly like you said.
So there's 16.
And it's a branch within EXP. And this is the important part, is that we're all collaborating together. So the thing with the Wolfpack is that we realized when we went on conferences was how like-minded we all were, right? Like, we hit it off with everybody, man. And I think there was almost 200 at the conference in Vegas. 200 Wolfpack. We had the largest group. We had the largest
we were walking
presence.
around like
a mob.
Yeah,
like a mob, like in lockstep. Like, everybody meet here at this time. Everybody's like strict with timings, like showing up. Like, it's a whole other level of what's going on, and that's why I absolutely love it.
So
Look, we're rocking the hats.
One of the agents just came over from Rolla Page not too long ago. He's with them for 3 years, and he's like, "You have that mindset of." It's just me, right? Mm. And when he came over here, I was like, we're like, dude, like, we don't care if you get 25 people to come work with you. He's like, what do you mean?
Right.
I'm like, dude.
Well, it's a weird concept at first, right? Because every agent,
we all want to see. We're all like, it really doesn't benefit. Like say, it does benefit, say, Jenny or Lenny for us to do better, but it does. Because we want to see us grow as a unit. Right. Anyway, that's so
the really
powerful.
Cool part is that it all depends on your perspective of how you're looking at people doing better, right? So it's like, if you look at someone else, especially when you're in an organization together, so we're in the Wolfpack together, and then it's like, I really want to see other Wolfpack agents do good. I want to see everybody do good if they want it. But I really want to see the Wolfpack do good because it's our organization, and we're all in kind of like lockstep with training, and we all have a similar almost set of like morals and like core values, it seems like, right? We all have core values that we operate
crazy.
Off of. So
can't explain it really.
So
I didn't get it till we.
I just want to say this though. So, because talking about how it benefits us, it's like, just because another agent does well, some people could look at that and say, oh, that's business I'm losing. This is a lost opportunity for me. Right. And when you're looking at things with that mindset, you're coming at it from a scarcity mindset. You're coming at it from a scarcity mindset, when in reality what you could be looking at is, they're doing well, we're working together, maybe I could get some tips and tricks, there's some things I could learn from them, and then maybe I'll be able to talk to them because we all share the information together, and it's like we're able to watch that and then replicate it. And then, so let's say that, up in Moncton, they end up getting a whole bunch of agents up there. Well, that grows the Wolfpack, and our presence increases. It's great for everybody. I want to see the Wolfpack grow. I'm so passionate about this group because Mike Sherrard and Connor, all the different sub-organizations within it have created something so incredible that I've never seen in real estate.
Yeah, so as soon as you're right, man. As soon as we get up there, when do we go? Friday? No, Wednesday. Yeah, last Wednesday. So this past Wednesday, whatever, doesn't matter.
I know time's weird, man. I just wake up and look at the calendar. I don't even care what day it is. I'm just like, what do I need to do today?
January every
day is Monday morning 9 a.m.
Yeah,
every moment Monday morning 9 a.m.
We just got as soon as we get up there, one of the agents we brought with us. As soon as we walked into the room, Lenny starts, "Hey guys, I've been starting to do this. This is what I've been doing to try to." And then doing I'm like, this is my
gratitude messages, right? Trying to lift other people up. It's a great practice.
Yeah, and then the letter I send out, I posted in the whole group chat. Hey guys, this is what I've been doing. You can feel free to tweak it or give me advice to make it better. But this is what I've been doing. No secrets, open book.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like nowhere near really where I want to be. But like there's zero secrets, open book, because there's so much potential for everybody.
Yeah, Craig had that really wild secret. He had the really wild secret about the wine, about the QR code.
Oh, yeah. Smart. Well, yeah, it's open book in our group. Sorry.
So smart.
That was good though, dude. That was good. But January just friggin' cruised by, man. It's it's February 1st today?
Yeah, February is already
Valentine's Day coming
We're already
up.
In February here.
So what are you doing for Jelaine for Valentine's Day?
Well, I'm not sure when this is going to air, so it's a secret. Because if we air this before, then she'll find out. It's got to have some element of surprise.
That's a good answer, because you probably don't know yet.
No, I know.
Yeah? I don't know yet either.
Do I?
I don't know. I got to get something together for that as well. That's in 14 days, man.
Yeah, so everything we did up in Moncton was amazing, man. And then getting the photographer too, and just getting us all into like a room and just being able to collaborate with everybody and having these little side conversations with everyone, and just you pick up something every time you go to these
every time.
meetings. And that's what I love about our group, is that there's so many forward thinkers. There's so many people, like our group uses technology to leverage what we have going on. So that's why you see a lot of our stuff. Like that's why we've been doing a lot of what we've been doing, posting so much.
We're having fun with it
and now
too.
I'm having a blast with it. And a big reason that I'm doing this too is I want to find ways to bring value to the marketplace. I want to find ways to shake it up a little bit, do things differently. I love finding a path that people haven't thought of that is cool. I love that. I've always loved it in my life. I've always loved finding different ways to market. Like I look at what a lot of real estate agents do, and it works for them, and that's fine. But it's like, I don't want to just do the same pose. I don't want to do the same pictures. I want to find a way to actually make it exciting and entertaining and valuable.
Right.
Relevant real estate information in an entertaining way. That's been my core thing since I started my YouTube channel. Relevant real estate information in an entertaining way.
Yeah, and being yourself. Authenticity.
Yeah. Authenticity.
My tongue just went like
authenticity. That is a weird one. Authenticity.
But it's so true. So actually, when we were up in Moncton, all getting together, so we had a professional photographer taking group pictures and stuff, which I enjoyed. I'll tell you what I don't really enjoy anymore. And I thought I had to enjoy it.
What?
Was getting, like, depends on the situation. I do not like, remember the guy had us like posing and stuff?
I hate that. I hate that stuff.
I'm like, I can't do this. This is not me.
Yeah.
I don't want to attract somebody that's going to like that guy.
I know.
Right?
That's
because
true,
it's not me. I don't want people to work with. I mean, I get pictures and stuff done, like obviously for my
that's why
whatever, but I want it to be pictures that I'm like just being me, man.
Well, dude, that's why when I went, so I hired a photographer a couple
really
weeks
good.
ago. Well, you haven't even seen them yet.
I've seen some of them, but not
those
but
were
not
Jelaine's.
edited.
Those were Jelaine's actually. That was Jelaine's behind the scenes photos.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, that's not the real photography photos at all. I haven't even seen any of them yet.
What kind of photos she have?
She's got a nice Google. We just upgraded on her plane. A nice Google Pixel. Google Pixel. Anyway, I end up getting a photographer, and what I did was I bought some gift cards from Second Cup, my favorite coffee shop. I bought about 6-7 gift cards for $10 each, and I just went around uptown, and I was like, this would be a great way for me to meet people, because I don't want to do the posing thing. And I just asked the photographer, I said, hey man, like, I just want to go around and talk to some people. I'm going to hand out some gift cards today.
Right.
Like, I want you to just take action shots of me kind of like going through the day. Like, we're going to go to dinner. We're going to grab some food. We're going to do some stuff together. Like, I want you to hang out and just be part of it.
That's what I'm saying.
And then grab pictures of it. And that's what we did. So I'm really excited to see how they turn out, because it's like that to me. I know I'm awkward as can be when it's like, okay, now
the guy goes like this.
It's like the high school photos. Like, put your arm here.
When he said to Brandon, getting this picture, he goes, "Okay, grab your collar."
I know. I didn't like that.
He's
like, grab
looking
that.
At me. He goes, "Okay, I want you to look this way.
Move your feet. Kink your feet,
buddy."
I know.
That's not me, man.
So we'll see how they turn out, though. So I'll share whatever ones I think are cool.
It's wild how you change, because you get that perception that you need to do that stuff.
Yeah, no.
But no. But I know, and
I know what you're saying. But it's like, but you don't have to, right?
No.
Like, think outside the box. Like, find a way
you don't even need to think. Just be yourself.
Find a way to do it and be you, right? But look, if that is you, if you like doing those posing shots, then that's excellent.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not going to tell anybody how to do things. I just know how I want to do it, and that's it. I don't want to impose my will on anyone else. I just want to find new ways to be creative, and I truly am passionate about that. Like, that's when I'm having fun. If I think I'm just copying someone else, or if I'm just doing something to do it, I literally get depressed. I'm like, this isn't fun. This isn't me. And it eats at my soul. And I think it's really important. Like, I have a big creativity thing inside of me. Like, I love being creative.
Yeah.
I always have. And I find this is just another way. It's like almost marketing to me is like an art.
Man, not doing anything that you... I didn't even realize it. Like, if you're not happy in anything, like my last job, did it for about 13, 14 years, working the railway. So glad I did it, but man, I was not happy. But you get stuck in that. Like, I have to do it. If you're not happy, it's the worst thing ever. Doing the same thing, no matter what it is. Work, could be a relationship, could be mowing the lawn.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I know, man.
Like, I used to love mowing the lawn. I hate it. I'm like, no way. I just don't enjoy it anymore.
Right.
I used to. I don't mind snow blowing now. I enjoy that. I don't mind that. That's
where you can really excel. It's like the book I was just reading there, Atomic Habits. I don't know
where we went on that one.
No, I don't. No, but that's a really good point, Evan. It's a really good point what you're talking about. Atomic Habits. There's like the Goldilocks rule. Right? Yep, Atomic Habits. I just read it again. I read like a quarter of it a couple years ago and never finished it just because I wasn't in the right mindset to read that book. And I just gobbled it out. I was reading like 20 pages a day, like just flew through it. And one thing in that book they talk about is the Goldilocks rule. And so the Goldilocks rule is how if you do things that you enjoy doing and you're good at it, so it's like, what do most people not enjoy or have a hard time that you love? Because that's probably an area that you should pursue.
On this topic, enjoy. So,
I'm not talking about you directly.
No. If nobody's ever heard of this before, like I didn't until we met there a couple of years ago. So Brandon right now is doing the 75 hard challenge, and I've been following along with it, not doing it just because I couldn't. Cause I can't do the full workout.
You had back surgery, man.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but I'm down like 10, 12 pounds. But Brandon's doing the full legit 75 hard challenge right now. So tell me how you're enjoying that, because that is not easy, dude.
So
first of all, to do it for 25 days.
For people that don't know, it is a mental toughness program. A lot of people look at 75 Hard as a physical fitness program. It is actually a mental toughness program. So the rules and regulations on it are you need to do a 45-minute exercise in the gym, like with weights. It's like a physical exercise. And then you need to do a 45-minute exercise outside in the elements, rain or shine. It does not matter. Snowstorm, blizzard, none of that matters. You need to do something outside. Whether it's just outside and you're doing push-ups for 45 minutes. You can go for a intentional walk. Like, that counts. If you're out like marching, like I pretty well just go out and I take the dog and I just like march. And within 45 minutes, I can get about 4 kilometers in, which isn't bad. Like, I'm moving. I'm sweating by the end of it. And then it's drinking 4 liters of water, following a strict diet. So that is open to whatever you want that to be, right? For some people, that might be an all-meat diet. For some people, that might be saying, I'm going to cut out sugars. I'm going to cut out bread. For other people, it might be like whole foods. Whatever. So it allows customization for you to take the program on the way that you want, right?
You've been just doing the whole foods.
I've been doing like whole foods. So I've cut out bread. I haven't had any bread, any pasta, any gluten. If I do have pasta, it's like a quinoa pasta. It's we just had some type of, I don't know if it was like cauliflower.
Where do you get that quinoa pasta?
That was at Costco. They had really good stuff. And I'll tell you, man, that stuff was amazing. So I'm doing like just a lot of potatoes, chicken, vegetables, salmon, rice, and then like protein shakes because it's so hard to eat enough whole foods. It's so hard to eat enough. So I'm probably getting about 50 grams of protein.
Just to get it in.
50 grams of protein per day. And then those protein pancakes I was telling you about, which are an amazing recipe.
Yeah.
Also, in the program is reading 10 pages a day. What am I forgetting? 10 pages a day. And then take a progress picture. You have to take a progress picture. So I have my progress being tracked right now from day 1, and I'm on day 31 right now.
You should put that in
I should put it, man,
YouTube.
because it's actually incredible.
Yeah.
It's actually incredible the amount of, I'm the same, I'm pretty well like maybe down 2 to 3 pounds, but the amount of like lean muscle that I'm putting on right now is wild. So my goal actually, and I'll say it out loud, is to get a 6-pack. I've never in my adult life had a 6-pack besides when I was a scrawny kid, and that doesn't count because that's just, you're skinny. You're just skinny.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going for like lean. Like I want to get my body fat down. I want to get my body fat down and see. And I'm slowly starting to get the obliques going. So I'm really excited to see how that goes. And I feel amazing, man.
You're just saying that though, the 75, like, 75 days. To stick to just, never mind the rest, right?
No alcohol. No alcohol. And so it doesn't say no weed, but I've been completely sober as a judge.
But just eating clean and no alcohol for 75 days is hard alone. Never mind the rest. So it's pretty challenging. So I'm pretty proud of you that you're killing it, man.
Thank you, dude. Thank you.
But I will say this on the alcohol thing. I had 2 or 3 drinks on New Year's Eve, right? I'm not a big drinker anymore. I just don't like the way it makes me feel. Yep. It makes me sluggish. It screws up my mindset. It makes me a lazy father, a lazy husband. Yeah. So I haven't really drank much anyway. On New Year's, first year ever, right? Since basically we've been partying since we were kids. I'm kind of almost over it. So I had 2 or 3 drinks. I was still up the next day at like 7 cleaning the house. And I'll tell you, I went out to Italian by night for supper, and people can laugh. So I got this non-alcoholic old fashioned.
Oh, interesting. Did you?
It was really good.
A non-alcoholic old fashioned?
Yeah.
Nice.
It was
I didn't even know they make that.
Comes with the it looks just like one. And it's all about having something in your hand, right?
Yeah.
Right? So on New Year's, I was just carrying a glass of like bubbly water with ice. People would leave me alone, right?
Right.
And I'm telling you, I am losing weight. My head's clear. I feel amazing. And I'm a way more energetic dad. Mm-hmm. I'm a better husband. And I'm just not irritable.
I love hearing that, man. I love hearing that.
I don't really care. Like, I'm not saying I'm not going to have a drink ever again. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it is, like, you get over it. Because drinking and partying, it's fun. And you got to be, look, if you're around the right situation, the right time, you want to have a good time. Whatever, right? But it's not... It's the same old thing, right? It's just...
every time I do 70, so this is my third, I did 75 hard once, like 2 years ago. And it was, honestly, I was sloppy with the diet. I was kind of sloppy with the diet.
But you were a different person.
I was a different person, way different. But I still did all the challenges, and I still followed the diet to but I was eating a ton of carbs, and I was kind of like bloated. But that was the best time I felt in a long time. And I was like, there's something to not drinking. It makes me feel amazing. I have so much more energy. And literally, Evan, like, just like you're saying about the energy, man, people are coming up to us when we're hanging around to them. And then they're like, dude, your energy is amazing. Like, it's like, So it's like you get universal feedback from people that you're around that things are going good, that they like your energy. You get universal feedback. Like it's like when you're hungover and you're going through the day and you don't really want to talk to people. You try to avoid people. There's less positive interactions. Like it's like all of that. It's just like I'm always ready. I'm always on. I'm always kind of good to go right now. And it's so nice, man. It is so nice to have that clear mind and be able to wake up at 5:30 and then go to the gym and not feel exhausted or not regret the night before. And the biggest thing is looking in the mirror and looking at the person that you see, which is yourself, and saying, I'm proud of that person right now. I'm proud of who I'm being. I'm proud of who I'm becoming.
Dude.
That is so good for your confidence, 100%. And you build that day after day after day. And then it starts to not just become something that you think, all part of you, now too. You're convincing yourself of this is who you are. And that's how you slowly chip away at bad habits and create new ones and become different versions of ourselves, which is the only way that we're going to change and get better and be able to help more clients and grow our business, because our business is run by ourselves. So we need to be the best versions of ourselves to have the best version possible of our business.
Yes,
so that we can be the best version for our clients.
And I know, like, I've said this 100 times. I remember saying this when we were running in Vancouver, saying we got to keep ourselves in check. But I'll tell you, I don't know if I would hire somebody that wouldn't take care of me 100% personally. Like, I'm like on the ball because it's a business and my business revolves around people.
Yes.
If I can't look after me or you can't look after you, how in the hell are you going to look after
other people? Yeah.
And Christina and I were sitting on the couch the other night, and I said, look, so she's eating really well now. You got to do it together, right? If you're living together, if one's eating bad, it's just not going to work, right?
And it's I don't mind if Jelaine, I was like, I'll pick you up some fast food. That's fine. Like, there's like once. She's like, I don't want to eat clean. I was like, I'll go get you something. Like, it was once, but her and I have been on the same page pretty well the entire time.
But what I said to her, I said, look, everyone, I think I might have said this on the last podcast, but I'm going to say it again, because when I said to Christina, everybody says, you got to I put my kids first above everything. And I agree with that, but I need to put myself first because that makes me a better person for her, a better person for the kids, a better person for everybody. If I don't look after me, I'm just a piece of garbage.
Yeah.
Basically, well, not a garbage, but you know what I mean, right?
Well, that's how you feel. Like, you don't feel great.
I do feel it.
You don't feel great.
Cranky, but like now I wake up at 5 every day. Actually, I seen this on the internet the other day. This guy, so I'm right-handed, and this guy was too. He's like, every morning when you get up, look in the mirror and brush your teeth with your left hand.
Stimulates the brain.
And tell yourself what you said earlier about, I am worth it. I am going to do it. I'm going to do better. It's going to be a good day. So I started trying that, man. And it's first thing in the morning and not looking at your phone. Galt was saying that.
Right.
He doesn't look at it first thing.
Right.
And I do. But I've been trying not to. Yeah. And doing that, it's like, I don't know what it's doing. And incorporating that with starting to do colder showers, it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Let's get the day going.
Yeah. My routine is I wake up.
I don't even shower at home, I guess.
I keep my phone outside of the bedroom. That's one thing. I don't sleep with my phone in the room. I don't sleep with it in the room. So it stays in the living room on a charger, and then we sleep upstairs.
So does your alarm go off out in the living room?
I need to wake up and go get it. It's the only way I'm going to get out of bed, because my subconscious has before turned off alarms without actually even me realizing. Realizing. Like, there's times where I want to get up, and I'm just like, it's like I might be so exhausted that I turn it off and then I fall right back asleep immediately because I'm not in the right mindset at that point. But for me to wake up and walk downstairs, now I'm awake. And then the next thing instantly is the fire needs wood. If I don't put wood in right now, the house is going to be cold in the morning. So
it's cold right now.
So now I'm because the fire's upstairs. So then I take a log or two and then I put that into the fire. And then I close that, and then I go, okay, well, now I'm moving. There's no point of going back to bed. Then you wake up, you use the bathroom, go get a drink of water, and then I pull my phone up and I go, let's check to see what's going on. And I and then I walk outside, start the vehicle so it's nice and warm, come back in, check the phone a little bit.
Oh, you don't get a car starter?
No, not yet. So then we talked, and then I talked to Jelaine a little bit to say, hey, I'm going to the gym. Bam, off in the morning. And then that's my morning routine. As soon as I get to, it's the same, man. I'm building just habits that are easy. I'm not even thinking about it. And then I go into the gym, I change, I'm like half asleep, and then I walk right up to the Stairmaster every time. I've been doing 30. I'm on like 30 days in a row of doing the Stairmaster every single morning for 20 minutes. It's the only thing that wakes me up.
What do you set that on when you're doing it?
So it all depends, but my goal is to get over 100 floors in 20 minutes. So whatever that needs to be.
What's your average speed like to do that? Like 10?
I'd say the average is probably closer to 9 or 8. But like sometimes I start off and I'm at like 6 and I'm just exhausted. I'm like, oh.
Until you get the blood flowing.
And then the blood starts flowing and then I'm like, okay. And then I'm looking going, I have 10 minutes left, but I've only done 37 floors. I'm like, oh, I need to crank it to 12. And then I crank it to 12 and I do that for 10 minutes.
Heart rate just through the roof. Yeah.
Like 165 max. 160. Like it's like
you that's can. Good, though,
I can tell my heart rate's been. I can tell my heart rate's been like getting lower and lower. So I'm able to actually do more. Like I cranked it up today. I was watching a really inspirational video of the guy that broke the world record for the most amount of pull-ups. It's actually Cameron Haynes' son, TRUETT Haynes, just broke it in October. He broke the world record for the most amount of pull-ups in 24 hours. The record was 8,008 pull-ups, and he did 8,001.
8,000 like on a bar, like on a chin-up?
Yes.
No way.
Yes, man.
I gotta look that up.
Yes. So I watched that, man.
I need my phone here right now.
And dude, it is so inspirational because it showed the process of him going to do it.
I can't even listen to that because I'm still focused on the 8. There's no way this guy did 8.
Yes, he did, man. So the world record was 8,008.
How much does this guy weigh?
8,000. He's jacked. He's huge. Like he's like maybe like a little bit taller than us with like an immense amount of muscle. He's probably 170, 180. Probably 170, 180. Maybe 190, maybe.
Before, yeah. Oh, man, I could maybe get 10 to 20.
So then what he was doing before, so he broke one of like, I think he broke a record. He did 4,000 one time.
How is that even possible?
He did 4,000 in 24 hours, and that was like his big thing. So then he was like, okay, I was doing 100 pull-ups a day, and I got to 4,000. He's like, I'm going to start doing 200 pull-ups a day, and that'll get me to 8. So that was his training regimen, and that's what he just did for basic math and thought that was going to work. But then that didn't work out. So what he found, he's like, I need to be doing even more. He aimed for like, then he was aiming for like 1,000 pull-ups a day, and he did that for like a year, man. For like a year.
Do you know how insane that is?
His lats, man, looked like he had like a set of wings.
That's crazy.
And it's so cool. So then, watching that, man, and then his dad's there. His dad was there helping him. Like, he had the massage gun on him. His girlfriend's there. Everybody's cheering him on. He's got a coach there. He's got the friggin' world record. It looked like this, but with like 7 people and like a friggin' judge table because like he signs a thing for the world record and like people show up to watch it to make sure it's being done properly. And it's like it's all recorded. It's all legit. So he did 8,100 in October of last year.
That's wild.
And dude, I was watching that and like I was almost getting emotional. And, like I'm on the Stairmaster and I'm like just cranking the Stairmaster right up. I was like, I can do more because it's just like it's like that's the stuff I'm feeding my brain,
brother.
Yeah, right? Because you're feeding your brain some good stuff, saying like, look at these people pushing it. I love seeing stuff like that, man. Yeah. That's the stuff that inspires me. That's the stuff that it's like I just love people that go out and friggin' get it. Like I'm gonna be the best in the world at pull-ups.
Yeah.
And he worked for like 3 years to do it. And it's like, that is wild.
And that's what he focused on. I read that book there. Are we talking before the one thing?
Yes.
That's and I guess too, like, that's why now I'm just focusing on one thing. It's so true. If you want to do something and do it right, you need to focus on that one thing. Yeah. Right?
Yep.
Or it's just never going to work.
It's like, we'll just focus on one thing at a time, right?
Sorry, it just won't be to what you want it to be. It's a good book.
Yeah. I'm reading a really cool book right now, actually, that I think you should read as well, Evan. I think you'd really like it. It's called 12 Weeks. The 12-week year.
I'm just finishing the 10X book.
Yeah.
I got a couple chapters left. And by the way, I never read until like probably maybe, as soon as we started Atlas. January.
No, because you read, no. You read, what's his name's book? That was his first book.
Oh, Darren.
Sir Darren.
Yeah, Sir Darren.
Sir Darren Jackson?
I don't want to pronounce that wrong. He's such a good guy.
Yeah, Sir Darren.
It's a, so that was
the first book you read.
First book
Correct me if I'm wrong, yeah.
First book I ever read in my life.
I remember you telling me that.
34 years old. Yeah. Then we read The Go-Giver. Now I'm doing the 10X book. Which was a great one.
I think The Go-Giver's somewhere around here. I think it's up there. Yeah.
Let me grab that. That's cool.
There's always a book.
That's so funny.
I always have the books we're talking about on the podcast.
On one of our Atlas, what would you call it? It's one of our communities we're in.
Yeah.
They told us to read this book, The Go-Giver. It's there. It's really, really, really good. It's basically, long story short, about giving. When you're trying to grow a business, you got to give more than you want to take, right?
Yep.
And it just changed everything.
It's like giving without expectation, right?
Yeah,
Giving without
it's
expectation.
wild.
And that's the best way to build the relationships with people. And like everybody thinks they need to get in order to do well. But like it was pretty well saying that that's everybody's mindset in business is they want to get. How can I get as much out of you as possible? When really it's about giving, and then people are more. It's like the law of reciprocation, right? People want to do business with you because of the things that you've done for them.
Man, and it's crazy.
And that's what I'm trying to do with my content right now. That's what I'm genuinely trying to do with my content. Yeah. It's like, this is like one thing I'm trying to give.
I really hope this, like, this is for us too, but I really like hope, like, if anybody can get anything out of this.
If one person gets anything, I'm happy. If one person gets anything, man. If one person gets anything from our content, from the content that I put out, from the content that you put out, I'm happy if one person gets something.
We're having fun with this. It's good. Like, it's great, man. But yeah, I never read a book before. Now I'm finishing the 10X book, and you just gave me a book.
It's the 4 Agreements, man. That is, honestly, Evan, I'm going to buy 10 of those. I'm going to buy 10 of those and give them away. I love that book.
You know what's crazy?
I'm going to buy 10 of those books and I'm going to give them away because like this book has changed my life. And I wish I would have read it 5 years ago.
I'm going to say something right now that's very uncomfortable for me. And I used to be so disappointed with being back in high school. And whatever, people could judge me. I really don't care, right? So back in high school, I don't know, like I'm a pretty smart guy, right? You could show me, like when I used to work for the railway, you could show, I could drive a 10,000 foot train. You show me once, boom, get it. You show me how to rebuild a locomotive engine, boom, got it. Just show me, I could do it. But some people are book smart, some people are more hands on, right? I always thought that, but I don't think that's the case. I think it's just not being interested in something. So in high school, this is what I was. So in high school, Brandon, I took level 3 English. I remember in grade 9, I had to do 2 English classes, 2 math, right? And like gym or something. So because I struggled with it, but I just didn't care. I didn't give a shit because of what I was being plugged into. And I had to take level 3 English and math. It was nothing I was interested in.
That's right.
And now I'm crushing books. I never read a book in high school. I couldn't get through. I remember my mom had to do all the science projects for me, everything. Won the science fair one year. Me and my buddy George Northrop went to the friggin', and I'm like, we're just up there smiling. Didn't even do it.
Oh my God.
Mom did the whole thing, but it was good. Now we're reading books and like, it's just all. So for anyone that's like, if you feel that, even if somebody in high school right now feels that, please, it's what you're being taught. You're not interested in it. Yep. That's what it is.
That's what it is. 100%, man. I used to think I didn't like learning. I used to think
too.
I did not enjoy learning.
I thought I was stupid, dude.
I never thought I was stupid.
I did because I felt like I was because
I never thought I was stupid. I just knew I hated learning. I hated being preached to. I hated people standing in front of me and saying, you have a test coming up in 2 weeks on this topic. Read pages so-and-so. Listen to this. Read this book. We're going to go through this together. Here's the lessons. You need to be able to figure out this formula. And I'm just like...
You're going to get a kick out of this.
I'm like, what is all this about? Now, I loved English.
Yeah. You did.
I loved English.
Yeah, I can see that.
I did. I liked writing. I liked reading, like the plays and stuff. I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed social studies. I enjoyed there was like a media course we did. I did an entrepreneurship class. Any class that I really enjoyed, man, I thrived in. Right. I did very, very well. And especially it was even better if I liked the teacher teaching it.
Right.
A lot of it had to do with the teacher teaching it too,
100%.
whether I was going to enjoy it or not. There were some teachers I just did not get along with, and those were miserable classes.
Right.
And I was like, that's where I almost learned politics a little bit. I'm like, oh, if the teacher likes me, I'm going to get some leniency happening.
Oh my God,
I used to bring a tea. Get this, dude. I got a funny story. I used to walk into, it was the class after lunch, and it was English. I'm not going to say the teacher's name, but I really...
No, we're not going to drop him.
I loved him. I absolutely loved this guy. I looked up to him. He's a big, huge, jacked guy at Simon's High School. Anybody that went to school with me knows who I'm talking about. He had crazy hair. His classroom was like a dungeon. He had like Frankenstein painted on the walls, Batman, Edgar Allan Poe. It was a dark, dreary kind of like, he had this aroma of like, he liked that dark stuff, right? And I loved it. I was like, this is a weird room. I love it. I love it. I used to walk in late all the time though, even though I loved the class, just because I have this rebellious instinct in me. I always walked in late. I was a skateboarder growing up. I know. So I walked in late all the time, but I started bringing him a tea. Because I used to walk in with a coffee, and he'd be like, Brandon, if you're going to walk in with something...
you were drinking coffee in high school?
He goes, if you're going to walk in with something, you may as well bring me a tea. So the first time I brought him a tea, I was 15 minutes late, and I brought him a tea, and he goes, thank you. And then he marked me present. I was 15 minutes late. Normally, that's tardy or whatever it is on the card. He marked me present.
So you're like, Mom, I need $2 tomorrow for a tea.
No. Dude, I was working. I had my own job at 14 years old. I started working at 14 because I got no money from my parents. I did not get much money for allowance. And I realized that all my friends had money. And I was like, if I want to have money, I need to work. I started working at 14. I was going to On the Vine after high school. Almost every day.
Right.
And then, anyway, so I used that money to give him tea so that I would be marked present.
Yes, sir. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a good check.
And then that taught me politics because I was like, oh, if I do nice things, so it's the go-giver.
The go-giver.
The go-giver. I was bringing tea, and then I became present every time. I wasn't late. I wasn't tardy, even though I was.
So...
And like all the kids would roll their eyes, man. Everybody else in the class was like, oh, God.
You know one thing that drives me nuts? And I understand for exams and all this, I do not agree at all with sending kids home with homework. It drives me crazy. Could you imagine? Okay, could you imagine if you're working a 9 to 5? You're all working 9 to 5. But you got to take your work home and work another 2, 3, 4 hours in the evening just because.
That's a good way to look at it.
These kids are in school for 8 hours a day. You got trying to enjoy your life. You want to get home on both. No wonder so many kids hate school.
I know. I know. It's
doing
terrible.
Homework. So my father, I remember my brother Joel at the time. He was in elementary. My dad just told me the story the other day. They send them with this project home at Christmas time. Dad calls up the principal. He goes, this isn't getting done. He goes, excuse me, sir? Like back then, he goes, it's not getting done. I don't give a shit. You're not sending my kid home on Christmas break. There's no projects getting done here. You can fail them, do whatever you want. But there's zero homework getting done over Christmas. It's Christmas break. Well, that's just not right. He goes, yeah, I know it's not.
Right.
Like,
yeah, that's crazy,
it's just
man.
ridiculous, right? I do not agree with homework. That should be gone. Absolutely. Exams, essays, I get it. They got to go study.
Yep.
But if they're there, just say whatever the time. I'm just going to use 8 to 4. 8 to 4. If you can't fit the stuff in your curriculum, take it the F out. Like, be done with it. Sorry.
Yeah. Dude.
I think I might have did better.
For that.
Who the hell wants to go home and do homework?
Yeah. It's crazy, man. Well, because you're supposed to go back and socialize. You have to have a social life, too. And that's the thing when you're sitting in the classrooms. They're telling you, quiet, listen up. Yeah. You have to use the bathroom, put your hand up.
Put your hand up.
Put your hand up to use the bathroom.
I seen a girl.
Can I go use the bathroom? Like, what is going on?
I seen it on the social media the other day. They're like, this little girl, it was probably just a video made, whatever, but she's like, we're slaves here. She says to the teacher, why would you say that? My daddy tells me that we're slaves in school. That's not true. Well, can I leave if I want? And he goes, well, no. Am I allowed to go to the bathroom without asking? No.
Right.
Like, I was like, whoa.
Do you know what was an interesting one? A buddy of mine sent me
Imagine have to ask to go to the bathroom.
A buddy of mine sent me a meme.
Am I allowed to
and
go
it was
pee?
showing the comparisons between schools and prisons. And then it's like prisoners take a gray school bus to where they have to go, but kids just have a yellow school bus and they go to where they need to go. And then it was like the cafeteria. The cafeteria is all laid out the same. You get like similar cafeteria food. You're all sitting in this like big like cafeteria lobby. And then it's like the hallways are almost lined up like jail cell hallways.
Yeah.
Like with the lockers. That's almost like the jail cells and stuff.
That's scary.
Right?
That's so weird. My goal is to send my kids to private school.
Yeah, you were saying that, yeah.
Just because I know if they're anything like me, like I think they would do better. Yeah. And there's nothing like, look,
because I think they customize it, right? And I think there's smaller classrooms too. I'm actually not sure. Jelaine and I have had this conversation too. We don't even have kids, but we've talked about like what we'd do in that scenario.
I just don't like.
And then there's a piece of me that gets nervous. I'm like, is the kid going to grow up to be a snob? Not to say that everybody that went to private school is a snob, right. But then it's like there's also a certain level of me that I think was hardened to be in this like almost jungle of high school kids that are all like.
Do you know what I'm
screwing
scared
with each
of?
other. They're all screwing with each other. They're all messing with each other. Like there was times where like I got like majorly embarrassed for doing like someone like I remember there was a buddy of mine. I remember I had a book bag that was just filled with too much stuff. I was like 100 pounds and I had a book bag probably filled with 50 pounds of stuff. And then a buddy of mine just gave me a shove one day and I tried to recover from the shove and I flew back like 30 feet and everybody seen it. It was in like a lobby and I like literally fell and I was the center of attention of that fall. Like it was like, and I was trying to save it. I was like, no, don't fall. And it just like led me to the very back and everybody seen it. And I was like, this is so fucking embarrassing. But like, I feel like that stuff makes me a little bit more like thick skin. I'm like, oh, well, fall. And now, not to say that's the reason, but like, I don't care about falling in front of people, man.
No.
I don't care about failing in front of people. That's why we're doing what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Like this may work, this may not work, but I don't care. I'm going to do it either way because I'm passionate about it.
Yeah, me too. You know what? One thing I'm scared of, terrified, is my kids being around, like, and it's just drugs and stuff.
I know, man.
I'm so
I don't know if there's
scared
any
of that.
I don't know if there's any stopping that.
Like, I'm very scared of that.
I think it's like what you want to do. I think I'm not a friggin' expert on it, but I think what you want to do is just make sure that you have kids that are confident enough in that situation. You want to have kids that are confident enough in that situation, right?
Pretty soon. I mean, I can relate on that and share some knowledge in that.
Yep.
So it that's one thing I'm scared of. But
like, you know, those kids that were in school and they're like, oh, I'm not touching that. They knew. There was like certain kids that knew, and there were certain kids that were like curious. They were like, oh, like what's going on? There's certain kids that were like, I'm not doing that. Well, they got instilled somehow of like, that's bad. Yeah. That's not good.
Right.
There was a solid talk. Somebody taught a lesson to that kid somehow and said,
I know, and I hope I can do the same, man. That's one thing I'm scared of.
I think you can, dude. I think you can.
This was so fun, this one. So, by the way, we are real estate agents. By the way, that's our main job.
That's hilarious. By the way, we are real estate agents. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
We kind of forgot about that. We're just kind of.
By the way, we are real estate agents. Yeah. That was hilarious.
Yeah. So anyway, we do got to wrap this up because I got to get going. But this was awesome. Too. Cool. Thank you guys. I hope you guys watch this one. Hit subscribe, hit like. I'm Evan Young. Brandon Vincent.
I almost forgot we're recording. I'm just sitting here having a chat with you.
This is
my
fun.
soul.
This is good. Oh my soul.
This is turning into therapy.
Sound like my grandmother. Oh my soul.
Thank you guys, as always. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, hit the like, subscribe button. And Evan, Brandon, and thank you so much.